Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So it is a day late, but as we know, we're not working with linear time here, and these energies are fluid. So we're going to be doing a video on the 4-4 portal today. And this is really interesting because the 4-4 portal actually begins the 10th moon or month in the galactic calendar this year, which is the planetary moon of manifestation. And so we're going to talk about the significance of this, how these energies interweave and intermingle, and what we can expect as we move through this 10th moon or month in the galactic calendar. And so we're talking about the 4 energies here. And in the Muggle calendar, we are in a 4-month, right? And so this is all about stability. It's about creating that and building that firm foundation. It's about our life purpose and mission, our goals and our passions, and how we bring those into fruition and how we are supported in that process, right? So this is also very much an energy of manifestation, and it's an energy of incredible support. This number is associated with the archangels, and so we're receiving a lot of support from them. Those of you who've been with me since last year will remember that the 4-4 portal was huge last year because it was a 4-year as well. So it was the 4-4-4 portal. And there was a major activation that we all received during that 4-4-4 portal, which was happening during a conjunction of, I'm trying to remember all these planets all conjuncted, Jupiter and Pluto. During a conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto, it was a huge gateway that we opened, a whole new wave of light workers and a whole new wave of spiritual beings on this planet were sort of activated and brought into the ascension process. And so the energy was incredible, and we continued to experience this energy and the integration of these energies throughout the rest of 2020 and through the different astrological events that we had kind of as landmarkers along that way. And so I encourage any of you, if you're interested, to go back and watch the 4-4-4 portal video. I'm trying to think, I believe that was still on my original channel that I had with my friend Kayla, Intuitive Insights, which is linked down below in the description box. So go ahead and check that video out if you guys want. The energy was so potent. There's a lot of great videos on there talking about the energies of 2020 and the integration with these conjunctions of Jupiter and Pluto and all the different massive astrological events that we had going on last year. So it's really fun to kind of look back, and if you haven't seen them before, kind of get a deeper understanding of those energies, because as we just said, time is fluid, and so we're still working with all of these energies. So this is kind of a homecoming here as we come back to the 4-4 portal. And this year, because it is a 5-year, I'm feeling that 5-5-5 portal as a huge energy. And of course, that is the energy of change. So we will definitely be doing a video on that, and I will get that one out before the actual portal. But like we said, before, after, what does that really mean, right? So we're in these energies. Everything happens in perfect divine timing. We're talking about this today. So it's that energy when we meld this with this 10th moon in the galactic calendar, right? Which is all about perfecting and producing our manifestations. We can see how these energies really blend together. And we can see how this beautiful gateway of energy opens up for us with the 4-4-4 portal. And we're going to continue, or the 4-4 portal rather. And we're going to continue to see these energies developing. This month or moon in the galactic calendar goes from the 4th of April until the 1st of May. And then on May 2nd, we move into the 11th moon or month of the year. And there are 13 moons or months in the galactic calendar. And so when we get around that 8-8 portal, right, around July 26th, when we have all of those energies really opening up, we have that alignment with Sirius and all of that big energy that we get every year. We will be transitioning into the next year of the galactic calendar. But right now we're in this one. We're really feeling this energy. This is really, really gorgeous energy. So it's all about really understanding how it is that we create our manifestations and how it is that we perfect those. And I want to read this for you guys because it's really beautiful, and it really helps you to understand the energies that we're working with throughout this month or moon, whatever you want to call it. And so it says, let's see. After mobilizing and pulsing our intention in tone 9, this energy becomes actualized in tone 10. And so last month it was all about realizing and sending out those intentions, right? And now we are bringing that into actualization. Here, essence and the physical meet as one. The heavens touch the earth, spirit and matter unite. The actualization of creative potential is at the heart of our nature, bringing depth, richness, and importance to our lives. The entire manifest world is imagination brought to life. I really like that. Let me read that again. The entire manifest world is imagination brought to life. And so that's what this month or moon is all about. Planetary cues us to consider what we are producing in our lives and by what means. How are we manifesting our dreams? Are we incarnating our ideals? All that we bring to this world, our thoughts, words, and deeds, contribute to the planetary equation. Planetary directs, without judgment there is only perfection. To achieve maximum productivity, strive wholeheartedly to perfect all that you endeavor, yet also accept that there is already an already existing inherent perfection in all that is manifest as it is, simply because it is manifest. Attempting to be overly perfectionist is actually counterproductive. Rather, allow perfection to be a continual process of aspiration. Let us delight in all that we have to bring to the planet and enjoy all that this planet brings to us. And so this is that tone where we're perfecting our manifestations, but we're also at the same time realizing and understanding the inherent perfection that already underlies everything, right? So this is very important. This aspect of seeing and understanding and revering the inherent perfection in everything, knowing that everything is perfect because it exists, right? Which can be kind of a hard understanding to grasp, but it's so important because it takes the pressure off of us. And we cannot manifest, we cannot create effectively from a point of pressure. If we're putting too much pressure on ourselves, it is going to derail our process. Judgment, right? This talks about judgment. Judgment blocks vibration. And so we want to step out of that judgment. We want to step out of judgment of others and what it is that they are creating and manifesting. We want to step away from judgment for ourselves and what it is that we are or are not creating and manifesting, right? Because sometimes we judge ourselves for what we do. Sometimes we judge ourselves for what we don't do because we feel like we should be doing more. So this is an energy of honoring and acknowledging ourselves and all that is that we are doing and creating, and also allowing ourselves to just be, right? To be, and in those moments where we allow ourselves to just be, that's when that inspiration really comes in, right? That is in that moment, that now moment, that moment that is, the only moment that is when everything, all possibilities exist, right? So really knowing and honoring and understanding that, and really paying attention to our thoughts, our words, and our deeds, and how those are creating our reality, how those are contributing to the collective reality, and ensuring that's how we perfect our manifestations, right? By paying attention to our thoughts, our words, and our deeds, and ensuring that those line up with what it is that we are wanting to create and experience. And so that's what this planetary moon is all about. And so throughout the next month, really, because this lines up with the month pretty acutely, which is interesting. It lines up with the Muggle month, we should say, because May 2nd is when we move into the next moon. Like, really think about that and get in that process of looking at everything from that standpoint. Are my thoughts, my words, and my deeds aligning with what it is that I want, right? Am I falling into judgment of myself or another, and how can I pull myself out of that? Am I acknowledging the inherent perfection in everything while also allowing myself to strive for I was going to say for more. I don't know if more is correct, while continuing to aspire and be inspired, right? To continue to create, to continue to move forward. And so, yeah, just really fun energy. And we had the blue resonant monkey energy as the energy of the 4/4 portal. And so that's pretty cool because that blue monkey energy is all about spontaneity. It's all about appreciating and allowing chaos and understanding that as also part of divine orchestration, right? And it's about not taking ourselves too seriously. And so as we move into this moon or month, we also want to make sure, and that's where that judgment comes in, right? When we take ourselves too seriously, when we take anything too seriously, that judgment aspect creeps in. And so we want to release that. We want to allow ourselves to play, right? Because manifestation is supposed to be fun. This human experience can be fun, and that is the goal, right? Is to allow it to be fun, right? We are these cosmic beings having this cosmic experience. And one aspect of our consciousness is right here, right now, experiencing this, right? But we have our soul, our consciousness, our essence is so large, right? This is just a fraction of that experience, and it's meant to be fun. It's not, this is not the be all end all. Right? This is another aspect of our experience and of Source's experience through us. And so it's like, allow it to be a bit more lighthearted. Allow yourself to engage in the joy of being alive, in the joy of creating, in the joy of perfecting, but like perfecting from a place of knowing that what we are perfecting is inherently already perfect. If that makes any sense. All right. So let's pull some cards for this 4/4 portal energy, for this April energy, for this 10th galactic moon energy. Clear. And I'm wanting to pull some, what is this called? The Psychic Tarot. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming out first. This is heartache and loss. So a little bit of a heavier energy that some people may be starting out with here. And I love how we also got the Empress, which is fertility. And this is 3/3. All right, so that's pretty interesting that that's coming out. And then we have Truth, number 20, all right? Which I do believe is judgment in the traditional tarot. And so we're looking at this, and it's like, what I'm feeling is that any of the pain, right, because we've had a lot of that coming up. We've been releasing a lot of that. And so there's been a lot of really intense energy. We've been releasing pain and trauma from our cellular memories, from our bodies. There's been a lot of energy, and especially around the feminine too. A lot of pain and trauma being released from the feminine. And I'm gonna do the daily reading next for the 5th, and we're gonna see these energies playing out a little more with this feminine energy, right? And so it's like a lot of that, we've been experiencing that, but see this beautiful glowing green orb in her heart center, right? Like that's what we're moving towards. All of the pain that we've been experiencing, that we've been releasing, everything that we've been going through is creating the fertile ground for things to grow, right? And so we're moving from this pain and we're blossoming into this energy of fertility, right? The Empress is creation. She is the energy, that ultimate mother energy, right? That nurturing energy. This is new projects, new ideas, the birthing of all of our creations, right? The birthing of creation is what I wanted to say, which is interesting. I guess that's kind of what we're doing right now as we move into and toward the new earth, right? And so it's like I see incredible growth and incredible soul growth and incredible beauty being born out of pain, out of whatever these difficult and painful circumstances are that we're going through, out of any of this old energy that we're releasing and healing as well, right? There's something incredibly beautiful being born. And there is a truth that needs to be understood or realized in order for this process to occur. And part of that truth is that pain and pleasure are two sides of the same coin, right? And it's that aspect of duality I'm feeling, almost that contrast. And so it's seeing and understanding that contrast, and seeing and understanding once again the inherent imperfection of everything that we experience and how that helped us to grow. And this is like learning the lesson. This is part of what this truth energy is learning the lesson. In order for us to progress, we have to learn everything. Pain is a teacher. Any experience that we go through is a teacher. And so what did I learn from this? What virtues did I gain from this? This is something that we talked a lot about in the Theta healing class that I just took, right? What virtues did I gain from this? Because that's what our soul is here to do. It's here to learn, and it's here to acquire virtues. And so just really seeing and understanding that. And it's sort of like, I think a lot of people's eyes are going to be opening to the truth of situations, to the truth underneath and underlying situations, and really seeing in that moment, in that way, seeing the inherent beauty in everything that we've been going through and experiencing. And there's deeper cosmic truths that are being realized as well, is sort of what I feel here. Any more energy? And 3/3, we know the Ascended Masters are present, right? This is our process, right? Of becoming ascended, or re-becoming, remembering that we are ascended masters, right? As we continue on our own ascension journey. the mastery of the lessons that we're learning, the mastery of the virtues. And then we have 10, destiny, coming out. And this is the 10th moon or month, right, that we're in right now. And so that destined, and this is us moving into the next phase of our destiny. Let's get some more on destiny here. This is like truths that we're understanding about our destiny, about our path, about our purpose as well, I think. And there may be, we have disruption and base chakra coming out together. And so this is like the tower energy. And so for people who are perhaps not, if we have sort of deviated from our soul's path to a point where like our soul is wanting to reroute us, we may experience some disruption. But just know, whatever, we have the 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment or fulfillment of wishes on the bottom of the deck. Whatever is being disrupted in your life right now is leading you to your destiny. It is meant to. These are destined and fated interruptions and sort of reroutes. It's like the GPS of our life rerouting us to a better route. And so just know, if that is happening, it's for a reason. For some people, there may be truths that come through this month that reroute things. Because once you understand or you find out that truth, it changes everything. Right? And so these could be spiritual truths. These could be truths about situations in our outer reality. Whatever this is, for some people, that's this disruption. But this is also with the base chakra, right? And so we're talking about survival instincts. We're talking about our base self, our survival self, our security, our stability, right? And so there may be disruptions that happen. And these disruptions really trigger things within our base, within our primal self, within our survival self. And so when this happens, it's absolutely can be a jarring process, because that's like when that survival self gets triggered, that survival self really comes out in some interesting ways sometimes. And so we're seeing where any of those fears, those survival fears, are being triggered, right? And so that's going to be an interesting energy that we're really experiencing. And it's going to be, it's whatever fears are coming to the surface related to this base chakra energy are coming up for a reason, so that we can move through those, because those fears, whether we knew they were there or not, were really holding us back and keeping us stuck. And so this is an energy of becoming unstuck. Yeah, and please reach out to me if you are going through any of this. A lot of the services that I do can really help with that. The Theta healing, the Belvaspata. I also do personal readings, a bunch of stuff. It's all in the description box below. And then we have moving on. Moving on with passion ignited, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and so we're going to be moving on from situations that are not serving us. We're going to be moving on from states of being that are not serving us. Remember, we're moving toward those sets of eclipses, and those eclipses are all about belief systems and really switching and changing up those belief systems, releasing those outdated belief systems. So this is really an energy of we're moving away from what is not serving us, either voluntarily or for some people involuntarily, whatever the case may be, so that we can move forward closer to our destiny. Yeah, and then we have positive movement forward, all right? So wherever we are moving, whatever we are moving to, it is positive. The trajectory is a beneficial one, even if it doesn't feel that way. So if you find yourself throughout this month or moon, right, in this place where you are experiencing this tower moment in whatever way, these fears are coming up, right? And you feel as though you have to, there's a truth that you realize and understand. And as a result of that, there is movement that has to happen. If you are questioning that, if you are worried, like, I don't know, like, is this screwing everything up? You're not feeling good about it. You're questioning it. Don't question it. Just know and trust that it is moving you away from what needs to be moved away from, so that you can move toward your purpose, your life path, your destiny, which is really beautiful. And then, yes, toward your fulfillment of wishes. Yeah, and then we had conflict and defeat that wanted to pop out with that. I put it back in the deck, but I always get taught never to do that, right? The conflict and defeat is what we're feeling, what we're perceiving, but actually it's a fulfillment of our wishes, right? Not everything is what it seems. So really see and understand that. And we've got from the 6 to the 8 to the 9 to the 0. right? And this is new beginnings. This is the Fool card. So that is gorgeous energy. So don't allow yourself to get trapped in this energy, right? It's about seeing and trusting, seeing the bigger picture, trusting in the bigger picture, even if we can't perceive of it yet, right? Just knowing that everything that is occurring is being orchestrated, divinely orchestrated for our best and highest. Clear. Any guidance from the archangels? Archangel Hope, which is so appropriate coming out. Look for a cosmic gift. Remember, you deserve it. There is a cosmic gift coming to you, right? But it's, are you willing to accept that cosmic gift? Do you believe that you are worthy of it? Are you willing to release what is asking to be released, so that you can, this is like everything that's happening this month is making room for this cosmic gift. And this is that is coming to you, right? But it's also, and this is where we get back into that energy of perfecting our manifestations, but noticing the inherent perfection in everything, right? It is also saying, look for the cosmic gift in every situation that you are experiencing, in every tower moment, in every perceived CHALLENGE, right? There is a cosmic gift there. Look for that cosmic gift. Acknowledge that. Show gratitude for that. And understand that there is a grand cosmic gift that is in the works for you. It is coming. We are making room for it. We are elevating our vibration to match it. Right? And we deserve it. And that's how we ultimately match it in vibration, is when we know that we are worthy of it and we know that we deserve it. And so if anything is coming up around worthiness as well, if you're hearing this and it's already like you can feel something in your stomach, like, oh, maybe there's a part of me that doesn't believe that, reach out to me. We can work on that. Any other energies here? We have Archangel Buchalil. Be interdependent, expand your horizons. And so this is that energy of co-creation coming through. This is that energy of collaboration, right? How we've been learning this difference between codependence and interdependence, and how to be interdependent, right? Because this age of Aquarius, this new earth that we're moving into, is all about interdependence. We work together, right? We find solutions together. We unite as one, knowing that, right? And once again, the inherent, I love how it keeps coming back to this whole thing of like seeing the inherent perfection in everything. It's like seeing we are already one. So when we say we come together as one, it's more like we release all of the illusions that help make us believe that we are not that already. Right? That's what we're doing in every aspect of our lives right now, is releasing the illusions that make us believe that we are not already that. I am that. I am. Okay? And so, yeah, this is allowing yourself to expand your horizons, expand your network as well. There are going to be opportunities for that network to expand, for us to expand as far as what it is that we believe is possible for us, what it is that we believe is possible to achieve. As we are perfecting our manifestations, they're saying, don't hold yourself back, don't sell yourself short, right? The grandest dream that you have, we say this all the time, is minuscule compared to what is possible for you. And so dream that grandest dream. Really expand your horizons, expand your network, expand your world. Allow that world to be expanded, right? And then there's so many more opportunities that are then able to reach you. So many new experiences, right? It's like a lot of us, this is an energy that we're moving out of, this energy of playing small, this energy of dimming our lights. So don't play small anymore. This is not the time for that energy, right? That is the energy of the past. And if there are still aspects of you that feel as though you need to play it small, like I said, let's do some work on that. I am doing work on that kind of stuff on myself all the time, okay? So like a lot of the stuff that I say here, I'm doing this too, and I'm going through this too, and there's deeper and deeper layers of it to work through and unravel. We are all in this process together, right? Then we have Archangel Amethyst coming out. Purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. And so that's that energy of that something better is, we're making room for the better right now, right? This is also that energy of make space for your manifestations, right? If there is not space in your life for the manifestation to come in, it cannot come in. And so make that space, prepare for it. You get what you prepare for, right? there was a phrase, and I used to buy into it a lot too, and there's still an aspect of me that doesn't feel fully safe, right? Letting it go, of like, expect the best but prepare for the worst. But what I'm beginning to realize is that, like we just said, you get what you prepare for. And so if you are preparing for the worst case scenario, that's what the universe thinks that you want and are expecting, and that's probably what you're going to get. So prepare for the best case scenario. That's what this energy is all about. And that's how we make space for that. Make space for that in your life. Do some spring cleaning, right? Get rid of the clutter. I'm doing this in little bits and pieces. There's so much that I'm trying to get done and accomplish right now, and I'm also being guided to really rest and trying to figure out how to incorporate that, right? There's a whole balancing thing that's needing to happen right now. But so yeah, it is, we want to create that space. We want to do that spring cleaning. We want to get rid of the clutter. We want to get, so that just make space, essentially. And I love this, purify your life with love, and utilize that amethyst energy. Amethyst crystals are really beautiful, sometimes overlooked because they are one of the more common crystals that you see. I used to overlook them, but I'm realizing now how incredibly potent their energy is, and so soothing and beautiful. And so really, this is that energy of purifying every aspect of your life. Bring love to every aspect and every situation in your life. See the inherent perfection in it, right? And then we have Lady Gaia. Your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcome on earth, right? Just what we've been talking about, right? All of those big C's, which are actually opportunities, right? Opportunities to grow, opportunities to learn. So what is the truth? What is the lesson? What is the virtue? What is meant to be gained here, right? When we understand that, we can close that out. And this is a big time for that. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Uriel. Come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace. So I love that as well. All right, I'm trying to think, what else do I want to do? Is there anything else? Yeah, I'm going to pull a Lightworker's Oracle to close this out here. Clear. Guidance from the Lightworker Oracle. Star Child. Gorgeous. All right, and we're going to read this from the book to close. The light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with Earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. And that's perfect right after we had the Lady Gaia card come out, right? And then I love on the bottom here, we also had Seraphim, Seraphina. Be an ambassador for Earth. Build your bridge to Source. Okay, so this is connecting above and below, right? This is being fully incarnated. We talk about this all the time, right? Yes, we exist in many, many dimensions throughout this multiverse. We are star beings, right? But sometimes we get, and this is why I am thinking of doing a series on the different types of star beings and star seeds, right? The thing is, I'm really feeling strong guidance. There's a reason that this hasn't transpired yet. And that's because, and I am going to use this as a caveat if and when I do begin doing this, right? That we don't want to get too distracted we don't want to get too distracted with past lives. We don't want to past lives, right? We don't want to get too distracted with like our starseed origins, with all of this other stuff, right? It's all what we would call in theta healing brain candy, right? Like, it's really cool and it's really interesting. But if we get too obsessed with all of that, it takes us out of this experience right now. Like, we exist as all those different things, and it's really good to acknowledge that we are those things, right? That's part of this awakening process. However, we bring all of that energy. We are incarnated here right now to embody that energy and that essence in this dimension, right? In this incarnation as this being right now. And so we want to make sure that we are also keeping our focus. We're understanding the things, like there are deeper understandings of ourselves that we gain from understanding what's going on with us in other dimensions. But because we are interdimensional. But at the same time, we want to also be rooted here and fully present here and what it is that we are experiencing in this incarnation, in this now moment, right? And so I'll continue reading this, but I wanted to get that out. Have you been dreaming of other places you would prefer to be? Are you wondering if there is more to life on this planet than suffering and struggle? Perhaps you know you have a mission and yet you doubt you can succeed. Perhaps you love life here, but yearn to experience the spiritual purity that exists in the higher vibrational fields of the stars. You may feel like a tourist in need of a fix of your home language to endure adapting to a very different world. Grounding yourself here on Earth enables you to fulfill your life mission. You cannot accomplish this without feeling that you belong here. Your feet need to be planted on the earth. Relax and trust that you are meant to be here. You have a special light to share in a particular spiritual vibration to live, so that the quotient of embodied spiritual light on the earth increases, right? You are part of an important team of spiritual beings working to assist humanity to grow spiritually. The challenge for a star-seeded soul is to accept human beings as they are, without despairing over their darker side. The violence may frighten you, but your love will help humanity learn to use that violence to dismantle old structures and create new ways of being. It can be channeled to energize humanity with a can-do attitude towards creating a more loving and functional world. Remember, you came to this planet to learn and to help heal others. You agreed to take this journey because you can assist both the earth and humanity to evolve their frequency. It is possible, and you are helping to make it so. There are 3 truths that will help you embrace your journey on this planet. Firstly, you carry the purity of your star ancestry in your heart. And notice it said in your heart. You can return through meditation or relaxation at any time. You often return to your star-born home during sleep. And some people may start to remember some of these journeys right now. The loved ones from that place are very aware of your journey here and are helping every step of the way. They send you frequencies from home like divine care packages, which fuel you for your earthly task. And some of us are noticing that we are perhaps going back in our dream state. We're being worked on during our dream state. We're receiving these divine transmissions of love. And some of us may begin having these memories and remembering this upon waking, which is really fun and really interesting. And so just know that, like, we're in constant connection with our star family, right? We are never abandoned. We are never alone, even though it feels that way. We are their emissary on earth doing this work, and we have their full support and love. And so it's just really noticing that, but really allowing ourselves to fully incarnate and be present here so that we can do that. That doesn't mean forget about all of that. It just means keep the focus on the here and now, on the present, right? That is the only moment that is. And like, we can go there in meditation, we can go there in different ways, but we want to always come back and root back here and keep our energy, right? Like we cannot fulfill our mission here. Our mission here wasn't to go back there. Our mission here was to be here. And so we can only fulfill that if we are present here as well. And so it's getting that balance, keeping that once again with that energy of balance, right? Yeah. And there may be people who notice also that you're starting to do work in your dreams. And I've had people that I've talked to about this recently who are starting to remember this. It's like we actually go places and do other things we have other aspects of our mission that we're performing in our dream state or in our sleep state. And so I talked with someone the other day. I had a client who was struggling with this a little bit because they were tired. They felt like they weren't getting the rest they needed because they were going all these other places while they were sleeping and doing all this other stuff. And I said, tell your team you need a break. Tell them you set the intention when you go to sleep. I need a full night's sleep tonight, so that I can also live this earthly incarnation and have the energy to do that. Because sometimes, even though they're bringing us so much light and so much love and so much healing, the energies that are not incarnated forget that the human body has its, at least at this point, we are transcending them, right? But there are still some limitations as far as what the requirements are to inhabit this physical body. We need to eat, we need to rest, right? We need these different things. And sometimes they forget or they overestimate what the capacity of the human body is. And sometimes they just need to be remembered. Or reminded, rather. And so I did want to throw that out there for people too, because a lot of really interesting stuff is starting to happen, you guys. Or we're becoming more aware that it's happening, I should say. So now that we've gone off on that tangent. Secondly, You are so filled with love that you are capable of loving all on this planet. You have compassion even for those who are very wounded and fearful, and at times act out in ways of violence, cruelty and ignorance. Now the human capacity for courage, compassion, and light is increasing. Your work as part of the team of light-loving beings is already having an effect. And so this is where we remember that compassion, where we see the inherent perfection in everyone, even when they are struggling. That divide is getting louder, and we're really seeing all of that wounding coming up in people who don't understand what's going on. And so the ways that they react to that instead of responding, right? Instead of going within, they haven't been taught to do that yet. And so they don't understand. And so it's just being loving and compassionate. And also just like allowing people to ask us questions if they want to understand more of what's going on, but not trying to force people to understand things that they're not ready to understand and experience, and look at things that if we put out what we're doing to an extent, they will come to us when they're ready. And until then, we just hold them in loving compassion, but we do not allow that to be projected onto us, right? That's the boundaries. And then thirdly, as a star-seeded being, you have special resources for your journey here on Earth. Your every spiritual request and need will be met by a loving team of helpers. You get to have a lot of fun in your healing mission if you so choose it. It doesn't only have to be hard work, right? Bringing in that energy of fun, that monkey energy. Though, of course, sometimes it will be. Just remember that the stars shine with joy in the sky, and you can shine as a star with joy upon the earth. This is your nature. This is how you can best fulfill your life mission. Okay? So just really reveling in that joy, connecting with that joy in every moment that you can, connecting with that play, right? Being playful. And then I love on the bottom of the deck here, we also have Soul Child. So we have Star Child and Soul Child. So with this Empress energy, right, this birthing energy, this Fool energy, this newness energy, the energy of being a child, we want to take on that childlike wonder and awareness, that joyful, playful spirit of a child, right? Children are very connected to source energy. That connection continues to fade as we get older until we decide and we're ready to remember again, right? But as children, we are very connected. So what is it about children that makes them connected, right? It's the absence of, they haven't been fully programmed by society yet, right? That's a big part of it, right? They still have that, they're still in that playful state. Things are still fun, there's still joy, right? And so if we tap into those aspects of what being a child means, we can come closer to our own joy, and we can experience a deeper connection with source, with spirit, with our own divine selves. And so this card says, rebirth is upon you, beautiful child of the universe. You have prepared for new life, and it is starting right now. The divine moment of rebirth, which occurs after a period of struggle, of intense inner work and physical transformation, has arrived. Enjoy getting to know this new self. It is a new day, a new beginning, a new you. Like an adventurer enjoying the discovery of a brand new world, take your time to explore the increase of your light, power, and love. You have undergone the DEATH of the old order. Nothing is as it was, nor will it be so again. You have had to learn detachment, to release and let go over and over again. In so many ways, you have experienced inner DEATH as you have bravely surrendered that which no longer serves your growth this lifetime, even if you once loved it dearly or couldn't imagine life without it. And this is part of what some people may be experiencing as well, right, that we talked about. Deep inside, through that process, your soul has been gathering energy. It has been drawing it away from the old forms of your life and relationships, from your old beliefs about health, finances, work, and what used to hold meaning for you. It has done so in order to feed the new soul child being carried within your body. This new you is filled with divine light, love, and POWER. Your inner soul child, this newly integrated self, is preparing for birth now. From that which is no longer, something new is now being born. You are ready for the next cycle or phase of your life. Even if, like a newborn colt learning to stand steady on shaky legs, you are not sure of your strength, be reassured. The new self you are experiencing will grow strong and powerful soon enough. Let confidence in your new self emerge. Reflect upon how different you are now to a year or even a month ago. Be curious about who you are now. Do not expect the same reactions or experiences you encountered in your past. It is a time of celebration and acknowledgement that a new day, a new you has begun a journey in the physical world, right? And remember, we get what we expect, we get what we prepare for. So try to release those expectations of things repeating the way they have in the past. You shall enjoy the divine harvest of all of your growth and effort. This card can also indicate that a child around you, perhaps one about whom you have been thinking deeply, is a particularly gifted or spiritually oriented child. This child may have an important mission this lifetime and need your loving support and spiritual encouragement to thrive into that mission according to his or her own divine timing. This card may also be a sign that a new business idea, professional or personal relationship or lifestyle choice is going to support the growth of your spirit in a positive and encouraging way, right? That new that's coming in, that is going to support us in our evolution, right? That is the, where did we get it? Where was that card here? The cosmic gift, right? If this is the case, that new idea or connection will lead to the birth of creative new programs, ideas, and structures in your life. And we're talking about programs. We're also talking about new belief programs, new programs in the mind, right? In the spirit. On the other hand, if something has been flagging in energy or success, but you are not yet inclined to give it up, this oracle comes as confirmation and encouragement. Rebirth is going to happen. Do not give up. Sometimes it is darkest just before the dawn. And that's what the Dark Angel card is all about, right? This is about those experiences, right? That push us so that we evolve. That energies we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, that Three of Swords energy, right? But then we have trust in the plan underneath that, all right? So as an extra reassurance there. So I really, really love that. This is so, so beautiful. Such gorgeous energy coming through for us. I think I'm going to leave it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you had an amazing 4/4 portal. Remember, the energies are still continuing. This is a month. This is a whole month's energy that we are kind of looking at right now. Although, like we said, time is fluid and really honestly doesn't even exist in the way that we perceive it. So this energy is going to be relevant as long as it's relevant, right? And whenever you find this video is the perfect time for you to find this video. It's the perfect time for you when it is the most relevant. And so always keep that in mind, right? We work outside of time here, but we are still in this muggle mind state. And so we also we work with time, but we work outside of it. We understand the concept of being outside of time, even as we are in that process of integrating and learning what that actually means. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you like this video, hit that like button. It definitely helps. Drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling about these energies, how the 4/4 portal in the peak of the energy, which was, of course, on the 4th of April, how that felt for you, how that's still feeling for you, how you're anticipating, and what it is that you're looking forward to as we continue to navigate these energies. How are you being reborn, right? What is it that you are ready to create, right? All of those energies, let me know. And there are links to donate down below if you feel so moved to do so. And like I said, please reach out to me, shoot me an email if you want to do some work on any of this stuff. I love working with you guys one-on-one. It is such a beautiful experience and such an honor. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.